Hey everyone, what is up? Brian, Ramen Adventures here, and check this out. I'm in New York City. And hey, I'm in New York, so I might as well check out the New York ramen scene. Let's go. Welcome to New York City. I was out in New York City in the freezing cold month of November for a pop-up ramen school event, and took the chance to visit some of my favorite ramen shops in the area. I'm a complete rookie when it comes to this city, but I've been to a dozen or so ramen shops in my 3 times visiting over the last 5 years. So definitely not the same level as my Tokyo expertise, but hey, I like ramen wherever I go. And you know what? I always get asked my favorite shops. Well, these are the ones that stand out to me in New York City. So these are my personal favorite ramen shops in New York City. Let's go. All right, it's Friday night. It's Friday night, so that means you gotta head somewhere cool. We're down in Manhattan in the Lower East Side, and it's Ivan. So I'm gonna pop in there. We're gonna crush a bowl here at Ivan Ramen. Let's do this. Ivan Ramen in the Lower East Side has always been packed. And when Ivan Orkin was featured on Chef's Table, he was cemented as the ramen kingpin of New York. His shop takes his Tokyo-style ramen and gives it the full New York restaurant treatment. Don't expect to come in here for a quick slurp. This is ramen dining. The appetizers are ridiculous here. Everything I had, I want again. Crispy eggplant with charred garlic. Deep-fried gyutan katsu sandwiches, burdock fries topped with nacho cheese, jalapenos, and katsubushi. Incredible. A Japanese fried chicken. Whoa. It's super junky, really intense food, and it goes really, really good with beer. Speaking of beer, Ivan is big into the craft beer scene, and he's constantly doing collaborations with craft brewers from America and abroad. Hey, if you can find this banana IPA from Denmark's Tool, you're in for a treat. This beer was incredible. As for the ramen, I love his mazemens, especially the triple pork, triple garlic. Pork broth, 2 kinds of pork belly, and all kinds of roasted garlic. It's a flavor bomb, but you need big flavors after assaulting your taste buds with all those beer-soaked appetizers, and you need an equally bold ramen to go with it. Ooh, all right, and it's so cold in New York, in this Tokyo guy's opinion, but another shop that I have always been interested in here is called Ramen Lab. And Ramen Lab, right behind me, second shop in New York, Ramen Lab. Down here in Manhattan. I think that's where we are. Ooh, it's cold. Sun Noodle is America's biggest ramen noodle maker. They supply shops from coast to coast with authentic Japanese ramen noodles. A few years back, they opened up Ramen Lab, a small restaurant space designed to host ramen pop-ups. This is an awesome concept and means that locals can try different ramen from America and abroad every month. When I was here, I was treated to a triple pop-up from Mike, David, and Josh. 3 incredible ramen chefs who are kicking ass in the ramen scene in America. Super lucky to try their ramen. Fall tantan men, truffle shoyu, lemon shio. Everything was bomb, but I especially liked that fall tantan men. New York was hit with a massive snowstorm just the day before, and the mild tantan men with seasonal squash and fall spices was the perfect thing to heat me up.
Yeah, kind of my grandchild. Yeah, kinda. Did you enjoy?
It's great.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, what made you think of doing that?
I wanted to do sort of like a fall flavor, but not too cliche. Like we could do the pumpkin and the warm, like cinnamon pumpkin spice kind of round, but I think butternut has that nice, delicate, subtle flavor. And I mean, they had some techniques in their pocket that they could really use to totally enhance everything. So.
Check the Ramen Lab's site to see who's popping up when you go out there. I can't guarantee it'll always be great, but they're certainly interesting, and they're constantly getting big names to do events here, so you'll probably get something good. The Shack is open for business. The Ramen Shack here in Queens, New York, and it's finally time to check it out. Ramen Shack started as a kind of pop-up at the Smorgasbord food, outdoor food, garden event thing. And now he's got his own shop here. serving up a few different kinds. I think I'm gonna go for the dirty shoyu. The way he talked about it, it sounds excellent. Thickened up with a nice niboshi blend. Sounds pretty good to me. Ramen Shack, it's time, here in New York. Awesome. Ramen Shack is probably the most authentic bowl in New York City, if not America. I used to slurp a lot of bowls with Keizo Shimoto back in Tokyo, and the dude was obsessed with old school shoyu styles. His shoyu ramen tastes like home, if home is Tokyo. For something a bit bolder, grab the dirty shoyu. They take the leftover niboshi, grind it down, and use it to thicken the broth. You know, I say his stuff is authentic, but maybe that isn't the right word. I just read an article that said the word authentic is only used by people like me touting their white privilege, so I guess I'll think of a different word. Now, ramen is such a new cuisine anyways on the world stage that it's hard to label any ramen as truly authentic. But I can say for certain that Keizo is passionate, and that passion shines in his tiny Queens shop. The menu seems to be changing constantly. I really wanted to try the Quiet Storm, a 13-ingredient broth mixed with dried fish powder and soy sauce, but he didn't have it that day. He also makes a rich Yokohama-style ieke ramen, as well as skemen on certain days. Man, it gives you a lot of reason to come back. All right, the dirty shoyu. Here we go. Finally, I get to taste some ramen from Keizo. Save room for a ramen burger. The ramen burger puts an Angus patty between a noodle bun, seasoned with the shop's secret shoyu sauce. When I went this time, I tried the breakfast burger, bacon, egg, and cheese. Sorry, Mackers, this is where it's at. Gochi-so-sama, yeah, that was some good stuff there. Oh man, awesome. You know I had to crush a ramen burger as well, because that's how we do it. Breakfast burger this time. And yeah, so that's it, man. Definitely high up on my list of shops to check out here in New York. Anywhere, by that matter, but if you're in New York, definitely make the trek out here. Check out the other shops on my list, and let me know what's your favorite in New York. Where should I go next time I come here? For great ramen here in New York, here in America. But what about the rest of New York? It's a big city, a lot of spots. Thank you everyone for your hundreds of suggestions, literally. But here's a couple shops that I've been to that I like. Hey, you can't go wrong. Plenty of good ramen in New York. I don't know, I think outside of Tokyo, it might be the hottest scene on the planet about ramen. I don't know, tough to say. Check out these other shops on my hit list for New York. And you know what, if you've got a place that you recommend, let me know in the comments. I do come out here every couple years, so I'll put it on the list. All right, thank you. Toto for their creamy chicken python. This one ranks really high on many people's hit lists. Moo ramen is trendy, and you'll easily spend $100 a person if you get drinks and appetizers. I think their tonkotsu ramen is solid. They seem to always have some new weird bowls like oxtail or Iberico pork. I haven't tried those, but I'm guessing they're alright. Jeju Noodle Bar is technically a Korean place, but their ramyun is pretty damn close to ramen. It ain't cheap, but their Wagyu ramyun is a thing of beauty. FYI, this is a reservation spot, but you can probably roll in when they open for a quick bowl. Most people come for the full course menu. I think this place got a Michelin star as well, so take that into account. You probably can't just roll in the middle of service. EAK does EAK ramen, Yokohama style. I'll take this over the more prevalent Hakata style tonkotsu any day. Anytime I travel, I grab a portable Wi-Fi unit from iVideo. They sent this baby to my home in Tokyo, and all I had to do was turn it on. High-speed internet wherever I want. When you travel anywhere in the world, they got you covered. Check out the link in the description and use my offer code RAMENADVENTURES for a discount. Hey, thanks for watching another Ramen Adventures video. I've got links in the description. I've got a merch account. If you like this video, like it, subscribe. If you really liked it, check out my Patreon account, and I am out of here.